sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
A look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. Andrew Wiggins is out there at Tatum. Then it's Trae Young. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Embiid in at the 5, down low.
We've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, they're playing in an event where they can really let it all. And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world. They're doing a lot of spectating there on TV. But hey, it's the All-Star game.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place. And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan.
Second team foul.
That's his first foul. We're about 1 minute into the first. Young with no one around. And some very good points for him on that possession.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets. Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties. Playmaking ability. Curry good at looking out for his guys and getting them the ball.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. 4-point game. To the paint, Tatum. And tonight he sets it right off the glass.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but that's about the norm. Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
Okay, 2 minutes for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that jump, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
Tatum against Giannis. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good. And it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on. But, you know, how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
First team foul.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early. And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And also, the ability to give you momentum. You know, a feed like this shows you how well-rounded Joel Embiid's game is becoming and what a good teammate he is. He's not just looking for his own.
LeBron's shot is good.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling through.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. He spoke about the defensive end, oddly enough. Now, in the past All-Star games, as we know, defense isn't given much thought. But he thinks the players on this team are so competitive, they may take pride in their ability to get stops. It sounds inconceivable, guys, but I guess we'll see.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Jokic. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Here he's it from 3-point range. LeBron's got 7 points in the game.
Well, I don't think anybody is expecting this shot. Mahan's showing some confidence with that long ball. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent as he comes in before they can set up the second.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him. Chris Paul checked in for Stephen Curry. And then for the East All-Stars, Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Embiid, and Levine subbed in for Young. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Things not going their way. wants to just try to talk this over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Substitution for number 8.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Ball pitches to Gobert.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock, he's going to find you. Melo's got incredible passes.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for him so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Jokic kicks the ball. That's in. Coming on the assist from Jokic.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
It'll be the West All-Stars ball. So for the West, Butler comes in for Jokic. And James Harden is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. Chris Middleton's checked in for Tatum. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. They're leading by 8.
About 5 of 6 to start. Looks like he brought his A game.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Ball penetrating. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. From deep Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside ball later on.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Levine wide open. Trains the three-pointer. Levine's got his second bucket tonight.
Levine is such a really good shooter from deep. You can't allow him to be alone at the arc.
The speed intensity right in the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the West All-Stars. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no sign. With you again, the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. Quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
Light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The vicious jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for the West All-Stars. Ball out there. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's James in at the 3 spot. Ball for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Butler. Now this has got 4 assists now tonight.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Ball, the pass to Gobert. And slam Dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Bounce pass from Paul. Offensive rebound. Butler got the ball. Here's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Paul's got 12 in the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Ball finds Towns. Throws down the alley slam.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league. Catch the foul.
And he tapped on the shot, so we'll shoot no foul. Last All-Stars shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. 68 the first. And some changes here for the East. Booker comes in for Levine, and Murray subbed in for Ball. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, that Jimmy Bucket's nickname might be catchy, but don't ever sleep on Butler's defense now. I mean, he takes away as many buckets as he gets, maybe more.
And the rejection by Giannis. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Now here's Middleton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Over on Kumbo. Second shot opportunity. Nice shot by Gobert.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
To the middle. Butler kicks to James. Ball for three. Gobert pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for the East All-Stars. They trail by 18. The offensive rebound. Here's Towns. LeBron with the block.
Great anticipation that time from LeBron. He sees the shot forming and gets there to swat it down.
Harden dishes to Antetokounmpo. Harden to pass to Giannis. Back to Harden. It's up a three. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got his fifth assist in this one.
The defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Lets a floater go.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
A three. Giannis kicks the butt. In the corner. Harden outside Butler. Pass to James. Shot clock at 6. Paul with the three. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Middleton on the wing. Over James. LeBron with the block.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Harden against Booker. Sweet little floater.
And how about that recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a great view of the court.
And it's good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Towns. Wide open look here for Murray. They grab their own miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Giannis. And the spin done by Antetokounmpo.
It's almost illegal. Somebody as big as Giannis shouldn't really have that quick of a first step.
36 seconds left in the second quarter. Middleton outside. Over James. Gobert trying to get open. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Paul passes to LeBron. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court. Substitution on
There's
the
14
court.
seconds left in the first half. Shot to stop the run. And the layup good by Tatum. Tatum's got his second basket of the game.
Tatum's got a lot of options he can go to on his finishes inside. This guy is a smooth operator close to the hoop. Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
One shot.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Tatum with it. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. 3 points for him.
Good to see Tatum square himself up and knock down those pull-up jumpers. When he does that, unguarded.
Three-pointer. Butler. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the West All-Stars. Ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The West putting on a show in that first half. And that's exactly what the All-Star game is all about. So much talent on the floor for the Western Conference this year, and they're putting it all to use. The East in danger of getting their doors blown off if they don't turn things around in a big way in the second half.
Well, the West are not playing around. They come here, they're hitting their shots and playing with real enthusiasm. East better step it up, or this gap is only going to grow in the second half.
A little physicality from the East could go a long way. They've got a talent shot, and then those stops will give them a chance to steal the lead.
One half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in the second half. Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars in the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight. That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Here's what we're supposed to start in the second half with. We've got Morant, and Embiid is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Young, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball. Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. James is checked in. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Embiid, the pass to Wiggins. And it's off from three-point range. And so Giannis will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Curry gets the bucket.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show the full range. You know, taking that shot in the regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
Here's Young. Antetokounmpo knocks it away.
Hey, when Giannis is lurking nearby, you got to be careful because his wingspan can erase a lot of shots. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this future. And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Embiid. And that time, also a missed shot.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on the switch to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Talk
about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Second team foul.
Morant scanning the floor. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis onto the Kumbo. Wow!
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the West All-Stars.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
A shot by Curry, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Count the basket.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball.
That's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry.
And no need to rush on a situation like that. That's just giving away a possession.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the West. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his third foul so far. For a number of seasons, offensive output, Greg, has been on the rise, as we've seen, but last year it went to a whole different level.
I mean, how about 2 years ago with Dallas? They had the greatest offensive season since all the way back in 1973, averaging over 116 points per 100 possessions. Get this, last year, 7 teams beat that record.
It energizes everybody when LeBron is locked in like this on the defensive end.
Jokic kicks to Curry. From past the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell.
Personal foul.
That's his first
Team
foul.
foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
To the inside. Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum making a lot of noise at these points now. He's an impact player, make no doubt about it. Capable of turning the game all alone.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. That shot off the mark. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Pass to Morant. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And how about all these dunks? I mean, this game's been a complete crowd pleaser, no doubt.
I know, I'm loving it. These players are really strutting their stuff tonight. Showtime!
Wasted no time on that. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Mitchell's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Morant with it, now defended by Mitchell. And then Morant slams it in.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks. Certainly qualified.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Young pass to Embiid. In the corner, Tatum with it. Here we go. That one's not going to go. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Curry from deep three-point land. Tries again. And that one's good. James has got 18 points in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And that one's good. Morant.
What a look. Young providing the dime, a really unselfish player.
Curry with the bounce pass. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Mitchell's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Young, Rule.
Andrew Wiggins, the former first overall pick, showing off his passing skills there.
Young's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Count that bucket. 11 points in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Young. Takes it off the glass.
A sneaky score in the lane. Young will give you a steady diet of floaters and off-balance shots that defenders just miss getting a piece of. And when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's the West All-Stars out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you know, we always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
We've got DeRozan, Antetokounmpo out there with LeBron James, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Curry at a point guard. That's the five for the West All-Stars right now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. Strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Curry against Morant. And here's James outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Again, the West All-Stars.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, they've been clearly the better team. Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Bounce pass out of the Antetokounmpo. DeRozan for 3. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. DeRozan's gone 6 or 7 from the field here, getting just about everything to try. And finished over by Morant.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
DeRozan for 3. Now that one is his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
It's good. Guys, let's get your take on the whistle steps for the West All-Stars.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the West. Jokic with the steal. And Jokic goes it
At almost 7 feet tall now, Jokic can definitely throw it down, and he's happy to remind defenses that he can do so.
Here's Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be DeMar DeRozan. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The dynamic right between players and officials is always interesting, with some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want some play. So, yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor. Maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
Curry way outside. And so it looks like it'll be still the West All-Stars. quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Connects from three-point range.
Perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And it's good. 2 points.
You know, we see Embiid operate a lot from the perimeter, but he is clearly at his best owning the paint.
Curry gets the bucket.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
There's the bucket from Tatum.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Lets it go with the three. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by two.
You know Butler's confidence is high when he fires a jumper off the catch like that. He doesn't shoot a lot of those.
Morant with a wide open look. They get it again. Here's Embiid. That shot, no good. And here is Butler. On the wing, DeRozan. Hits it from three-point range. DeRozan's got 22.
Oh, I tell you what, guys, there's so many different ways DeRozan can beat you. When he's hot, he's a problem.
Morant kicks to Embiid. On the wing, Wiggins, defended by Butler. That one good for two.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Embiid's gone 6 of 10 shooting tonight from the field. DeRozan bounce pass. Butler passes to Curry. Shoots over Morant. Oh, that one has a right spin on it. It is good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. The West All-Stars on D. Here's Tatum. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Young for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
So smooth shooting the rock. Young trusts his shot from any distance.
Outside DeRozan. Lets it go from deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Yep, that one goes in there.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. Huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Jokic against Embiid. Antetokounmpo inside. Outside for Curry. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong, but tonight the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.